Good morning, everyone. What's up, Can? What's up? Good morning, home girl, home skillet. Hey, I hope everybody is having a wonderful start to your Friday. It is the weekend. I am looking forward to the weekend. I am off this weekend. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I know my grandson is gonna come over tomorrow night and he's gonna spend the night with me tomorrow night. But other than that, I really don't have any plans for the weekend. It's still chilly here, in Omaha. So as Candace, you already know, it's cold here, child. It is 36 right now. um, but yeah, I probably stay in the house and catch up on some cleaning and some deep cleaning. Y'all know it's been a whole year almost since I bought my house, and I still have probably like 6 boxes in the basement that I need to go through. So maybe I'll do some of that. Um, you know, go through those boxes that's in the basement and see what's good with that stuff. Maybe toss some things out. But yeah, they're talking about this press conference that's going to be happening today, later today. And a lot of people are anxiously looking forward to seeing the police uh, body camera footage from, the beating of Tyre Nichols. So, real quick, I'm just going to play you guys this video. Um, and we're going to discuss more about this after I show you guys this video. Make sure that, oh yeah, and on your way in, please like and share the video, please and thank you. Make sure you share out the video, subscribe to the Hood Table. We are so close to our 5,000 subscribers, you guys. So please be sharing out our video and continue to support the Hood Table as we try to bring you the best type of content we can on this platform. I really do appreciate that. Okay, so let me pull this video up for you guys and play it. Okay, I got too many screens open. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to hit mute so you can hear it better.
It was probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. That the previous day, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock, this incident occurred. About 4 o'clock in the morning, I learned of the incident. And
when did you first learn about this incident, Chief?
It was probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. That the previous day, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock, this incident occurred. About 4 o'clock in the morning, I learned of the incident, and it was just a strange summary of what occurred on a traffic stop. And I decided to go in the office and meet with the individuals that had information that I could take a look at it, even though at that time Tyre was in the hospital. But still, because he had injuries that I just didn't understand. It was incomprehensible to me. We came in the office and decided to take a look that Sunday morning, and it was alarming.
That's Sunday morning is when you first saw the video?
That's absolutely right.
And then when you saw it, what was your reaction?
I was outraged. It was incomprehensible to me. It was unconscionable. And I felt that I needed to do something and do something quickly. I don't think I've witnessed anything of that nature in my entire career.
Really?
Really.
That bad?
It was that bad.
What are we going to see then?
You're going to see acts that defy humanity. You're going to see a disregard for life, duty of care that we're all sworn to, and a level of physical interaction that is above and beyond what is required in law enforcement. And I'm sure that, as I said before, that individuals watching will feel what the family felt. And if you don't, then you're not a human being. And we all are human beings. And I think there will be a measure of sadness as well.
How long do these incidents go on? We heard from the district attorney yesterday and from the head of the TBI that there were two separate incidents, right?
Yes.
How long do they go on? And what was the worst part of it? Because it has been said that the officers became charged
Yes.
during the second incident, that they got more riled up.
Well, from the very beginning, to me, they were riled up. You know, I don't think they were as amped up as they were on the second, at the second scene, but just the stop, the nature of the stop, very aggressive, loud, you know, communication. And it just rose from there. It escalated from there. Mr. Nichols was able to get away from these officers, and they found him again at another location. And at that point, there was an amount of aggression that is unexplainable. You know, in any instance where you're apprehending someone, even in the worst situations when there is resistance, officers still have the responsibility to exercise care and regard for any individual that's in custody or they're attempting to apprehend. And they're trained to do that.
And to de-escalate.
And to de-escalate. And that's a piece I think that is in question. But I think the escalation was there from the officers before training even needed to come in as it relates to de-escalate. The escalation was already at a high level.
This is
Good morning, Sissel. How you doing, love?
Hey, my PC is updating, so I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Oh yeah, I hear you just fine. Yep, I hear
Okay.
you just fine. I was just showing them a little news conference clip of the police chief down there. She's a beautiful black woman, by the way. She's a beautiful woman. The police chief down there is preparing not only the city of Memphis down there, you know, but she's preparing the world for what we are going to see later on today. And I had typed in a chat that I'm almost afraid to watch. I'm almost afraid to tune in because I have never seen so much seriousness, I should say, to a cop beating as I have, you know, from this police chief. Like, ooh, gosh. I mean, and then I was reading the interview with the parents and them saying how the police had beat him to a pulp. And I don't know what to expect from this video, but it seems more like, oh God, I expected probably be some stomping, some kicking, some punching, some hitting, it's inhumane, very inhumane is what we are going to see later on today.
Inhumane, and it did not take 5 of them to do it. Whatever it is, it was horrible.
Exactly. 5 police officers. And what got me the most, and I'm not saying that all police brutality come from white cops or other nationalities, but all 5 were the same complexion, the same race as this man. Like, I don't know, that just takes it to a whole nother level for me when the country has been trying so hard for so many years for the people who are not our color to stop beating on us, because usually the beatings do come from people that don't look like us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is just, I mean, y'all know what we go through. Y'all black officers know what we go through. And y'all sit back and watch the other ones do shit to us, and then y'all do it to us too.
Yeah.
And hey, Kelly Hans, what's up, you guys in the chat? Kelly Hans, Bree Love, good morning, everyone. Please make sure you guys are liking and sharing the video. You guys, we have to get prepared for this video that's soon to come later on today. showing the body cam footage, the police cam footage of the beating of Tyre Nichols. I don't think I'm ready, child. I don't think I'm ready. But the mother said, and then I'm gonna let you talk real quick, Cisco. The mother said they had beat him up to a pulp. He had bruises all over him. His head was swollen like a watermelon. His neck was busting because of the swelling. They broke his neck. She said, my son's nose looked like the letter S. They actually just beat the crap out of him. She said in an emotional interview with CNN. And they said even if he did live, even if he was to survive, even if he did live, he would have been a vegetable for the rest of his life. And by the time she got to the hospital, she said the police officers had been whisked away and heard that the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation had taken over. They took over immediately. The police chief said when she heard about it, it was like in the middle of the night. She got up, got out of bed, and came right in after she heard how bad that man had been beaten. So it was bad. It was bad. You said the devil was in them, man. The devil, Lucifer, boy. I don't know why. That's what I thought. That's the whole thing. Why did they have to do that to him? I'm glad that they lost their job. I'm glad they're being charged. You know, they can't charge them with first-degree murder because, of course, it has to be premeditated. So they're charging them all with second-degree murder. 2 of them, I think, have separate lawyers. And 2 of them is pleading, I think, not guilty or something. And then I think the other 3 have a separate lawyer, I believe. But the Tennessee grand jury indictment came back Thursday. That all 5 officers, all black 5 officers, will be charged with second-degree murder, assault, kidnapping, official misconduct, and official oppression in the death of Tyre Nichols, a 29-year-old father. And they also threw in there that it might be some civil rights charges in there as well. Now, Cislo, please help me out here, because civil rights charges usually come from people who are a different nationality, or not nationality, but different race than the person being beat. So how does this come into play when it's black on black? Is she there? Did she leave? I don't know where she went. Hello?
1 second, babe.
Okay. We've been fighting all our lives. We've been fighting all our lives. Our black men has been fighting all our lives. Our fathers, our sons, our uncles, our cousins, our husbands. I mean, they have been fighting all their life to just stay alive from the police. From the police. And then we have these 5 black police officers beating this man to death. And they said if they have 2 occurrences, the first occurrence, they pulled him over, there was an incident there, and then from what we heard, the second occurrence, they caught up with him again, and then that's when they just took out everything on this man. I'm gonna say young man because he's 29 years old, so I still call a 29-year-old a not a young man. But he eventually died in the hospital on January 10th, 3 days after he was pulled over while driving. 3 days after he was pulled over, he died. Police have been highly opaque about the circumstances of the arrest. Even Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy, who sought the indictment, described the incident in vague terms when announcing the charges. He was pulled over. An altercation ensued in which officers doused him with pepper spray, and Nichols tried to flee on foot. So when they first pulled him over, they doused him with pepper spray. He ran, or he tried to run away, and then there was another altercation at a nearby location where the more serious injuries took place. The more serious injuries were put on this young 29-year-old man. Nichols' death marks the latest in the spate of high-profile cases of police officers accused of using excessive force in the deaths of Black people and other minorities in recent years, sparking public outcries against systematic racism in the U.S. criminal justice system. I'm still trying to figure out, though, as far as, and Cisco says she'll be with us in a second, but if anybody else in the chat understands why there would possibly be some civil rights charges. I just never thought civil rights charges could be Black on Black crimes, but maybe I'm just, I don't know. I don't know everything. Hey, Nappy Child, good morning. Yes, it was very unnecessary, very crazy, very unnecessary, very inhumane. And again, I'm almost scared to watch the footage. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, the last time I seen something really devastating to me when it came to police brutality was George Floyd, and I think I cried for weeks. And they weren't even like beating him on that level. They were kneeling on his knee. We know that. And basically, he couldn't breathe. That was the reason why he stopped, why he died. But I cried and cried every time I saw that video. Every time I heard him cry out for his mama, I cried. So for this, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if anybody could ever be ready. The police chief even said, if this doesn't touch your heart, then you got to be just as inhumane as the people who did the crime, basically. She said, if this does not touch your heart when you watch this video, then, I mean, she didn't put it in those words as far as inhumane, but if something like this does not touch you when we watch this video, you're basically a heartless, cold-hearted, evil person. That's what I would have to say as far as that. Thank you, Sassy. Thank you, love. She said the police, okay, hold on. Let me read this one first. The police represent the district, which represents our government, and law, which includes civil rights. Thank you, boo. And Sassy said, civil rights guarantees are equal social opportunities, equal protection under the law, regardless of race, religion, regardless of who the perpetrators are. Okay, got you. Thank you so much for that. That makes sense. Yes, Candace, I agree. That makes sense. Thank you, Sassy. So basically, every right that basically we have the same exact rights of everybody else in this United States, and it's regardless of who doing the crime to us. So yeah, thank you. Their color is irrelevant. Actually, is police brutality. Yes. God, y'all, I don't know if I'm ready. I mean, anybody down there in Memphis? I got family down there in Memphis right now, and they are preparing for this.
Down there, all my family moved from Indiana. A lot of them down there to Memphis, so I got a lot of people down there.
Yes, I have. Now, I done told y'all before that my family originated in Coldwater, Mississippi, but because of that area kept flooding way back in the day, they migrated to Memphis. I still got family down in that Mississippi area, and by the border of Memphis, but the majority of my family is in Memphis, and my great-grandma had like 18 kids, and only like 2 to 4 of them, because one is my mom, one is my grandma, one is my grandma's sister, and like maybe 3 other siblings moved. So maybe 5 at the most moved from Memphis, but all the other siblings, the 13 kids, they had all their families, all their kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, they all in Memphis. So that tells you right there. I have a large family in Memphis. And, the last time I was down there was some years ago before the Rona for our family reunion and for some funerals and stuff. But I have a lot of family in Memphis, a lot. But, yeah. Both white and black officers. You got anything to say about this? LaShonda says she can't watch. I have to watch. LaShonda, as much as things pains me sometimes to see stuff happen like that to us, and not just to us, to anybody. I mean, yes, it happens to us a lot, but I don't care what race you are. that hurts. That hurts. You can be white, black, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Asian, to be beat like that by officers to where you're hanging on like a thread, just hanging on for dear life, or pass away. It hurts. But because it happens so much with us, we have this stigma that just black people. I mean, you don't even want to walk outside half the time. People still, police car be behind them, and they're like, oh my God, drive slow, don't look back. I mean, do you still do this in slow? Do y'all still do this in y'all neck of the woods? I still
You
do this
just,
with my kids.
I was one. I got pulled over one time, and I was so nervous. I was so nervous. It was a white police officer. I was so nervous that he was like, "Take a breath, calm down, just be careful." And he let me go. He could see how I couldn't catch my breath, and it was right after, I think, like right after it could have been right after that George Floyd thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he could sense the nervousness, and he was real nice about it. He was just like, calm down, you're okay. You're okay. You're all right. Just calm down and just, you're fine. Just be safe.
Mm-hmm. And you had a
And
good police officer that day because some of them, they see that fear in you and they play off of it.
yeah, I was like, but I was like about to have a panic attack, like tears in my eyes and all this neck, girl. And then I got pulled over again, taking my daughter to work. And we were in my other daughter's car, and during the pandemic. This was during the pandemic, and this is when I think her birthday had just passed. Her birthday had just passed. We were still in the same month, and I was taking my daughter to work, and she had the dog in the car. My son was in the back, and when he pulled us over, I think he said was the plate was expired or something like that, but it was only expired like by a couple of days. But technically, whenever the birthday month comes up, it expires then. On the birthday, I think they said at 11:45 a.m. So he just he pulled us over because what happened is I came out of the and this is a caution to other people too. I came out of like traveling, just the way that I was traveling. On that same side was like a Burger King or a gas station or something, and I was coming out of, and I went straight across over to the left turn lane. So apparently, or allegedly, that's not the way you can do. You supposed to gradually get over and
Right.
not go
Just
straight across.
gradually get over. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So because I went straight over to get ready to get into the turn lane or whatever, I wasn't supposed to go straight across like that. I was supposed to gradually go over. So that's just let y'all know that, but that don't know anyway. So he pulled me over for that. But when he saw, he was like, "Well, where you going?" I said, "Taking my daughter to work." And he was like, "Well, where's she work at?" Right there ironically, the canine training place, dog training place where she worked at, it's right next door to the police station. So he's like, "Oh, I know them really well," and blah blah blah. Okay, just be careful next time. Just take your time getting over it, whatever. And went ahead. But that was about it. You know what I'm saying? But honey, I've been through some police on Detroit though, and you do something, they just look at you and say, come on over. come get your ticket because you know you're wrong, kind of thing. And then I've seen some police officers that come behind you and there was nothing else wrong but your windshield crack, you know, from the back. And it's like they looked for that because you can't really, how can you see it from behind me unless you looking for something? It had a little crack in it. At the time, it wasn't even my car. So, matter of fact, I can tell you whose car it was when we get off. But the little windshield was cracked right at the top, not at the top, at the corner, down at the passenger side corner, going up, from the corner going up. And I'm like, how did you see that behind me though? Because the seat is right there. You know how the head part of the seat sitting up. How did you look up? Girl, you was trying to find something, bro. No, what happened was he got behind me. He ran the plate of who that car belonged to. That's why he pulled me over. It ain't had nothing to do with me. It was who the car belonged to. And a lot of times that is what gets you in trouble. And it's not so much as, oh yeah, you broke the law. It's more or less, we finally got him kind of thing. We got him for something. And I wasn't who they was looking for. So, but that was in Detroit. That was a black cop. The other two were white cops. This was a black cop. He made me pull over. He towed the car. I just went to the grocery store, everything. He pulled the car. He towed the car. I got stuck on the side of the road, y'all. I had to get a ride. me and my pig feet. No, me and my grocery got stuck on
your pig feet. What's up, bro? Welcome to the panel, bro. And everybody in the chat, welcome to the chat. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if anybody wants to hit the link, especially if you're down there in Memphis, I'm trying to get a hold to some of my fam down there right now. Matter of fact, let me see.
I got cousins down there. A lot of cousins down there. See you.
Okay. I'm like, good morning, fam. Y'all be safe down there. Bro, you there?
Yeah,
what going on? What's going on? What's going? He's so cool when he talk. What's going on? What the heck going on?
Yeah, I just inboxed one of my cousins down there because
like you on our bro.
They when stuff like this happen, the city where it happens, when that backlash comes, if those protests come, you don't never know how, even though the family usually always, most families say, please, for us, do not go out there tearing up our properties. Do not set things on fire. Do not, you can say that, but it's like, and it's so many times this has happened to us, so many years this has happened to us. That's like the only way we can get out our frustration because it seems like we're never heard. So that's another thing I want to ask y'all. How do y'all feel about when people start tearing up things and setting things on fire?
Oh shit, it's covered.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't recommend it. I mean, I don't recommend it per se like that, but
yeah, I know.
Here's the thing, man. I'll say this. Instead of tearing up our own shit, instead of tearing up anybody else's shit, you just get the motherfuckers that did the violation, tear their ass up. Don't bother their family, none of that. Anything that they personally own, strip it from them. If they own a vehicle, take it from them, repossess it. If they own a bank account, garnish that shit too. They need to go from steak and shrimp to spam and noodles. They need to have their asses in jail, all that. Well, because it takes a premeditated for first degree. Well, what the fuck y'all thought was the beat down? What you thought that it stopped right there? After the first time, I can give you a window for saying that you can most likely be a second degree. But for the second time that y'all contacted that man in the same pursuit, that's premeditated. And them ugly ass niggas that got attorneys, I hope them niggas mysteriously disappear or somehow, some way stop breathing. I said it, and I ain't gonna take it back. You know why? Because you motherfuckers know that you're guilty. Why you gotta go get some attorneys? And why would any attorney in his wrongful mind take up a case like this that the whole world is saying that they, and literally where y'all got the chief of police, this woman, and she doing what she can do. I'm not gonna knock her for what she's doing. She's doing what she can do the best to try to bring her city back up to prominence. But at the end of the day, no, they don't get no. I said what I said in the back check, and I'll tell y'all on doggone first. They need to be lethal injected. They need to be gas chambers. They need to be electric chairs, and they need the fire squad. I'm talking about bone breaking, ass whooping, bow and arrows. I'm talking about getting tased. I'm talking the work. Set them niggas on fire. Chop their ass up and grind them down. I'm talking about from mentally, the spiritually, the outright physically. They have no reason, they have no right to be on this planet. Why? They don't have a right to be on this planet. Because you unlawfully took a life that you believe that you felt like that, well, I can just do this and I'll get covered up because I know my boys in blue got my back. No, nigga, dude, we ain't got your back on that. It's already bad enough and tense enough that we are getting away with what we're trying to do. And then y'all idiots want to go into from a predominantly melanated city that where y'all come from, the neighborhoods that y'all grew up in, most likely, some of you punk ass niggas probably grew up in this neighborhood that you killed this boy at. Nah, ain't no mercy, ain't no, man, all that, let's be in peace. How you supposed to be in peace if you allow shit like this to happen? How can you be guilty? How can you be innocent until proven guilty when you literally committed a murder in front? I mean, you literally, and then some of y'all didn't have y'all cameras on. Come on, man. Man, I got no time for that. All that we shall overcome, and then you got this old crusty ass lip nigga being crunk with his funky ass. You got him always want to show up on the scene so that way he can go ahead and negotiate. So to get the family to settle with the city, so they can't prosecute these individuals. They're just accepted as is. They lose their job. They lose their bond. They probably can never work as law enforcement again, or that's why they fire them. So that way they don't have to be dealt with them. It's called a clean slate file. Now I'm gonna tell you, it's funny how one of the idiots had a prior, the same one that did it. He had a prior anyway from 2016. Man, all that. Let's talk about it. Let's come to the table. This is gross negligence to the highest of the law. These niggas are treason to their own. You know what? Now I understand on certain levels. I don't really deal with Charleston White like that, but on certain levels, like if you want to be like, man, I just want to put some niggas in jail. They out here doing the wrong, killing each other. Guess what? The same energy that we have towards the way that a lot of us want to see these streets and stuff cleaned up, we need to have the same damn energy towards these clowns. Man, that don't give, just because you got a badge, don't give you a right to just take somebody's life or beat somebody's ass because you felt the need. I'm talking about a mere traffic stop. I'm talking about you literally took this young man's life over a simple fucking traffic stop. You niggas don't deserve to breathe at all. I'm talking about fuck y'all, fuck your kids, your family, all that. Y'all don't deserve it because guess what? This young man ain't gonna never be able to do that. His family, I mean, do y'all understand? I felt every single pain of when that man's mama literally broke down while the attorney was trying to read it. Even the Europeans felt like, man, this ain't right. It's not right, dude. Simple and plain. I can give a rat's ass about that peaceful protest. Don't protest shit at all. Shut that bitch down. Simple and plain. Don't spend shit. Don't talk to don't start learning how to do your own community police. Start getting these people up out of it. I'm talking about we, not on our own. I ain't talking about these other clear people. They on their agenda. But for us to join in on their agenda, man, crucify them. I'm talking about boil their ass alive like they used to do our Caribbean brothers and sisters, put them in a big vat of sugar. Boil their ass. I'm talking about literally boil the meat off them wretched ass bones. I want to hear you squeal. I don't want to hear you scream. I want to hear you squeal. I want to hear you beg. Why I want to hear you beg? Because guess what? That young man was begging for his life. When you was beating his ass, when you was stomping on his face, when you was kicking him all in his shit, internal injuries. You get that stuff from getting stomped. You don't get that, man. Come on, man. Unless Mike Tyson is literally giving you body blow to 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 body blow and got you tied up against a tree, then yeah, that's possible. But y'all was stumping this young man, kicking him. He asking y'all, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all doing this? Oh, because he wouldn't comply. Man, you need to comply and die, nigga. That's exactly what all 5 of you niggas need to do. I said it. Matter of fact, hold on. Wait. Man, look, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
He ran, bro, because he ran from a traffic run, not a crime. Remember, traffic stops is not a crime. It's a civil infraction.
Exactly. So it's not a death sentence. Why is it that this woman has to marry?
It's not criminal. It's a civil infraction. Why do you die for a civil freaking infraction?
Because that's their agenda. Simple and plain. Now, from my understanding and from a lot of wise elders, from my understanding, they from a lot of different just insight and outlooks, there's an agenda on hand. And until people and until everybody gets their stuff together, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. And it's gonna get worse to a point to where you're gonna start seeing groups, not just 1 or 2, but you're gonna start seeing groups of people. That's when the vets are gonna start coming out. Because they got tired of it. The government already trampling on their Second Amendment rights with this. So if you take the brace off, meaning that if I had a simple handgun with a brace on it to keep the recoil from damaging my arm, the ATF would consider that as a felony. SBR want to switch up to a short barrel rifle. Come on, man, they doing too much. People are tired of it. And these prominent clear people, they're getting scared because of the fact that now it's like, okay, we don't have to too much worry about these people attacking us. I mean, y'all, but now they're going to start attacking innocent people, and we can't have that. We can't have that. And if we start hitting these insurance companies, if we honestly start hitting these insurance companies, hitting these bonds on these niggas, start taking where they cannot work in law enforcement. See, the problem is that we always want to go after the money. We always want to go after I guess we can, just please don't do it no more. Please don't, just give us free. We're not going to bother anybody. We're going to buy and be good yes sirs and yes ma'am. Man, fuck that, dude. It's not about that, dude. That way, like I said, this young man should be hearing somewherever he's down in Memphis. He should be able to come outside. He should be able to go to work. He should hear delivery trucks being delivered. He should be able to be in have some grandkids. He'll never fucking have that. So yeah, I got a problem with that. And if you are a cop and if you watching this, you niggas ain't shit. Simple and plain, because I know a lot of y'all is gonna condone this shit. A lot of y'all gonna say, well, he shouldn't have ran. He should have just complied. Okay, where did y'all get on off with this? He should have just complied. Okay, so I'm supposed to comply to a statute, a code, and an ordinance that only governs corporations and the property of thus said corporation. So you trying to tell me something that is a color of law, that is a fake law, that I have to abide by, and I have to comply by, that's violating my inalienable, my actual, natural born, divine, fucking God-given damn right. You're going to tell me that I got to abide by your punk-ass rules and regulations that ain't got nothing to do with my physical existence in order for me, every single individual on this planet is allowed to live accordingly. I mean, they are allowed to live without being violated. They are allowed to coexist with one another in peace. It ain't no such thing as, well, that's the law. Man, fuck your law. See, you start bringing death to the same door, you start bringing the same doggone me outcomes and repercussions and consequences to your opposition, I bet you a lot of this shit have stopped then, because now, guess what? Everybody wants to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. No, you ain't going to take my life. You're not going to cause me a short existence. All because you want to call yourself, well, I'm just doing my job. Man, them niggas ain't shit. They need to be made example of. I'm talking about, like I said, they need to be electrocuted through the chair. They need lethal injection at the same time. They need the gas chamber, choke their funky ass and they stop shitting and pissing. And on top of that, they need the firing squad at the end of it all. Why? Because you need to be made an example of. I bet you they wouldn't have got away with this shit up in any other country. I guarantee you they wouldn't have got away with this shit over in any other country. Certain places around there, man, if you cop or not, oh man, they'll let the public get you. Man, they'll beat you to death with bamboo sticks. They'll make you walk through the doggone village. Everybody and their mama getting a whack. Whether you getting hit in your eye, your brain, your neck, your nut, your stomach, it don't matter. You getting chopped and beat. Come on, man. We gotta stop all this, dude, with all this. Man, they're just trying to. Woo.
That's right. And Linda in the chat said, "Hello, Hood Table and Chat. I live close to Memphis, and I can tell you the B cops are worse than the W cops. Trust me." Oh shoot! Well, if you want to jump on the link and talk with us, for free. I want to show a clip real quick, you guys. It's only going to be a few minutes from the interview with the mother. I'm not going to show the full interview, but I just want to show a little bit of what she had to say about what happened to her son. So I'm going to go on mute, but if you want to jump on the platform, anybody at all, especially if you live in Memphis, just click the link in the chat, and I'm going to go on mute so I can play this little clip from the interview.
You said that you thought from the initial time when they contacted you that they were trying to cover up. Why did you think that?
Well, I didn't think that initially. As I started getting information, and information was coming to me, because they made it seem like the stop and the start and the stop of the was at a certain location, when actually they were less than 80 feet from my home.
You talked about what you saw. Now, I hate to bring this up, but I just have to be honest. You know Emmett Till?
Yes.
It's reminiscent of that.
I haven't seen the video.
I'm talking about what you saw when you went to the hospital.
Oh, yes. 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 That was terrible.
Dad, would you say? You agree with that?
Oh, most definitely. Because I'm the one who took the picture that's being circulated. And I took the picture because he was in such horrific condition. He shouldn't have been in that condition from pepper spray and tasing.
He was never conscious. Never.
No.
You said you believe if he lived, he would have been a vegetable.
Yes.
Yeah.
The last words on that video that America's going to hear, and Miss Wells, he calls out for you 3 times. Gut-wrenching screams for his mom.
Because
Go ahead, Mom.
that was my baby. He was a mama's boy. That boy loved me to death. He has my name tattooed on his arm. People don't know what those 5 police officers did to our family. And they really don't know what they did to their own families. They had put their own families in harm's way. They have brought shame to their own families. They brought shame to the Black community. I just feel sorry for them. I really do. I really feel sorry for them.
Why do you say that?
Because they didn't have to do this. And like I said, they brought a lot of shame to their own family. Once you see this video, and I know I didn't see it, but from what I hear, it's horrific. And the humanity of it all. Where was the humanity? They beat my son like a piñata. My son, he had Crohn's disease. He had surgery in 2013. My son weighed $150. He was 6'3", and he weighed $150. And those men, if you combine their weights, it was over 1,000 pounds. Beating a 150-pound person to death. Because that's what they did. They beat my son to death.
He cried out.
That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking.
beyond.
Y'all can
Mental-
find the full interview on CNN. That's about as much as I wanted to play. I just, for those of y'all who might be hiding under a rock or who didn't see the interviews or none of the press, that's just a little glimpse, you
Them
know,
niggas ain't
from what's going on right now. And it's very heartbreaking. I'm holding back tears now.
Them niggas ain't shit, man. I can't. I'm not gonna even shed no tears. The only thing I got right now, and most that know me, most know that I strive to live on the five highest principles known to man, which is love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. But nah, bro, this is a time for justice, man. It's a time for love. It's a time for truth. It's a time for peace, and it's a time for freedom. But there's also a time for justice, man. These niggas need swift justice. And I ain't talking about no motherfucking trial going to jail. No. These niggas need they shit extinguished. I'm talking about zipped, tied up, shipped away, and gone.
And check this
Period.
out.
And
To be 6'3", a buck,
150.
a
I
buck.
weigh more than that man, sir.
He was very slim. He was on the slim side, very slim.
Very slim,
I'm
very
slim.
skinny.
I'm
He was
184 pounds. 6'1".
5'5", averaging 200 pounds. He had 10 times his weight.
More than that.
He had at least 10 times his weight against him.
Minimum,
They broke him.
basically.
They broke him. They him.
Yeah, his
And
neck was broken, everything.
reminding y'all, civil infraction, no crime.
Yeah.
No
No crime.
crime at all. There's not one crime on the earth that gave him the right to beat him like that.
Right? Even if the best. And he ran over a civil because he ain't had no license or whatever the case. If he ran, you got the car. You know whoever. You could have caught him later. Because it was not emergent.
And they act like they don't know why we run.
Yeah,
They act
man.
like they don't know why we run. Like everybody who runs is not a criminal. I mean, this case, you know, I'm just saying in general, a lot of the times people run because they scared. They terrified. The police terrifies a lot of people here in the United States. All over the nation, they terrified. I don't blame anybody for running, even though you raise your kids and you tell them, don't run, do this, don't get smart with them, don't, just be respectful. You tell them to basically kiss their ass, as if we used to do back in the day when we were slaves. That's the same way we are raised to treat police officers, like we're still a slave. And they understand why we run. Why we run. This is why we run.
I tell her, if they feel like that they that bad, meet me at a boxing ring. We can settle that out like gentlemen. But I guarantee you, you ain't gonna like the pressure that you gonna get. Woo! You know what I'm saying? It's just I can't from the there's just no level of respect for that. Period. There's nobody has it right here. Man, there's even serial killers that have some type of doggone they might not have no remorse, but they ain't that damn brutal where it's gonna just beat you just because. I mean, come on, bro. The average human being can throw probably 400 plus psi's of damage and pressure on an average hit. So imagine if you are infuriated and pissed off. If you 250 plus, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's yeah. I feel you, sis. I feel you. You know what? Because in fact, I'm gonna finish doing what the fuck I need to do, and I'm gonna get my ass out early because this shit right here got me like literally like I don't. And it ain't so much even about the doggone money with me, man. It is what it is. You know, I get it. How I get it. But
And we ain't
to,
even
to
seen the video yet. They showed bits and pieces, but we ain't even seen the full video yet.
I already know what it's gonna be, man. That's why they want everybody to stay calm and be cool and try to. Nah, man. Well, why is it that? Why is it that you always want somebody to be calm and cool when there's death involved? Do you not understand that that is the last separation of anything in this life form? Like it's done. Like it ain't no no where he looking good. Well, they show Reverend Al show preach or something. Man, fuck Al. He ain't got nothing to do with none of this. All this old man, let's talk and let's be at peace and pray about it and let's just figure out what we're gonna do. What is there to figure out? Come on, y'all. Come, somebody talk to me. Let's just for like 30 seconds. I need all damn near 5,000 the folks that follow you, sister, including us. Think about that for like 5 seconds. What the fuck is there to talk about when you have brought death, destruction, fear, violence, hurt, pain, separation, and every damn thing that ain't right? What is there to talk about? Just honestly, what is there? What? Oh, okay, yeah, we can pray all we want, but is that still stopping at these people? And these are our own people, man. This just ain't the clear, man. This is our own melanin, our own skin folks that everybody ain't skin folks ain't kin folks at the same time. But why would them brothers do that for a mere, like Sis said, for a mere simple infraction? Why? What was your purpose?
And at some point in time, enough is enough. Why somebody say, okay, y'all, come on, chill.
Right.
It ain't no time to chill, man.
Why somebody
It ain't no time.
gosh.
Enough is enough. And I'm gonna play this one last clip that's about a minute, and then we gonna child just watch this one last clip. If it'll ever play. It was just playing. Hold on. Where'd she go?
The site probably busy, you know?
Yeah, because everybody's watching the same thing. So that's
Same.
what it is.
No, the site
Oh, here
probably
she
busy.
go right here. Here it is.
You say it's difficult to watch. What was your reaction when you first saw the video?
In my 36 years, George, I would have to say I don't think I've ever been more horrified and disgusted, sad, but just, and to some degree confused.
Confused?
Yes.
Why?
When I say confused, just in the level of aggression and response to what had occurred in this traffic stop, and it's still very unclear, as to the real reason for the stop in the first place.
I guess part of your confusion must be rooted in the fact that your department did enact new policies in the wake of George Floyd's murders. What went wrong here?
Well, I think that there were several gaps that took place, and I'm just going to be honest. Anytime we have officers that are working in various types of units, and our police department, along with departments around the country, have specialized units, it's just important to make sure that there are supervisors that are where they're supposed to be during these types of operations. And, individuals that are the right people that are in place that will act appropriately when these types of incidents occur. I believe there was a sense of groupthink in the mentality of what was happening. And it's just very unfortunate that nobody stepped forward to say enough.
That's it right there. The reason why this stuff keeps happening is because it could be 2 police officers, 10 police officers. Nobody says enough. Nobody said stop. When George
Said,
Floyd was being killed, none of the police officers said, get off George's neck. Don't you think what you're doing is wrong? We're on live. They're filming us. Like, I mean, they don't even have that type of morals of humanity to say, stop, you guys, enough. The police can't even police each other.
right. That's what I just said, right?
Yeah.
Somebody so at some point, who say enough. And that was my first time seeing a clip.
Yeah, it is, and I know that's why a lot of times I'll be playing clips when we discuss stories, because a lot of times people don't see the clips because we all have very busy lives, and some things that are very important that we should be paying attention to, we still don't see. So that's no fault to anybody. We're human. We can't watch and see everything, but yeah, it's nobody said stop. Nobody says stop.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
can't even
enough.
stand there. I'm the type of person who, if somebody is fighting, it could be at school. If somebody's fighting, I see the person on the ground look like they being pummeled to death. All right, man, come on now. That's enough. Get up, get up. Let's help break these people up. Stuff like that. In the hood, when people be fighting, like, okay, that's enough. You're going to kill them. That's enough. The police don't even do that to each other. And that's what's really sad and mind-boggling. And to us, your own peoples, your own community.
Them niggas ain't this. I say what I say. They are not. No. They just look like us, but they. Nah, man. Nah. See, it takes the mind of. It takes the mind of a. It takes the mind. It takes the influence. It takes a mind, a satanic mind, with a devilish devil. That's what a real devil is. Them niggas is some devil. Simple and plain. Because only a devil would do something like that. The devil ain't got to be just a white man. He ain't got to be just any other man. No, the devil is somebody that's a coward. He's weak, and and the only thing he can do is cowardly acts like this. But to actually be able to really be willingly to take a life with no remorse, yeah, that's the mind of Satan, man. And you know how you deal with the devil? You know how you deal with you know how God deal with Satan?
He threw his ass out.
Exactly. And what goes with what goes with kick out? Sometimes some things just don't. Some things may not make it. You gotta understand. Some people just gotta understand, man. It's like a snake. A snake bites you. Only thing he know how to do. That's how he know how to protect himself while he's hungry. Other than that, if you don't kill him or cut his head off, he's gonna go bite somebody else. He's gonna come right back and bite you all over again. So why would you still lead a head up on something that has the potential to come back and harm you again? Why, like I said, what gives them a divine right? If you take a life, and this is just law, you take a life, then as they say, life took it to be a life given. Why is it supposed to go through this trial and these tribulations, and let's open up the wounds, and really it's a spit in the face to the family? Because you really basically is dragging out this young man ain't gonna even be cold in the ground good enough. And they're gonna open up these rooms all over again when they start these punk ass trials. When they start these everybody to get their content together and interviews, and we want to be the first exclusives and all this stuff, and ain't nobody paying attention. And guess what? Then now you got old dusty ass Crump up in there. They willing to pay. I say this, y'all. We figured that the young man was 29. He could have had a good career. About the next good 30 plus years or something. So let's see. They'll try to work it out. With a family of Tyre Nichols settles with the city of Memphis, whatever county, for an amount of $25 million. $1 million a year for every year that he could have been alive working. If he was 29, we give him about 30-something million. Because we figured he would have been able to retire by the time he was 60. So we give him about 30 million. We know Crump gonna take about let's got that 30, he gonna get a third. So he gonna get about 10, 12. You know. So y'all only gonna be sitting on about 18 to 22. Okay. So, mind you, your son's still dead. Y'all millionaires, but your son's still dead. These niggas that went on to live their life. They done went on to a whole other precinct. They done moved out of state of Tennessee or Memphis. But that one that did it, he looked bold and bad enough to say, well, fuck y'all. I'll beat this case. I'm going to stay right here. He has that nonchalant attitude as though, ain't nobody going to do nothing to me. Oh, I would love to see him. I don't care how big he is. Oh, I'll break him down. That juicy ass nigga don't know grappling. I know grappling. Hit that nigga in his sternum and make him shit his damn lung out. He was begging for breath. Literally. My brother was 3-time state champion, man. Had the Olympic committee meeting and looking at my brother. He was a sophomore 6'3", rest his soul at 263. My brother was badass on that grappling and football. He taught his baby brother all that shit. So I don't, man, that right there, man, with me, that's ludicrous, man. Like, what, you know, why would you know what I'm saying? What, that's all I'm saying. Like, did this young man, I mean, dude, did he run through, did he blow y'all wife's backs out or something? Did he touch y'all kids? I mean, what did he do to deserve for y'all to do what y'all did? That's all I'm saying. I mean,
what was the name of their crime unit?
The Scorpion. Man, y'all, yeah, you right, Scorpion, because y'all know what? Y'all sure is deadly. Y'all poisonous.
And how much you know, they done stuff like this to somebody else, that person probably didn't get beat bad enough to end up in the hospital.
This is just the first one that actually lost his life. They didn't think that they figured they could beat him down. Well, guess what?
Other people come forward. I hope the other people come forward and these officers end up getting the max of the max of the max.
They need to get beyond the maximum punishment. They need to get more than jail time. And like I said, they took his life. They need to be executed as well. Like I said, take a choice: electric chair, lethal injection, fire squad, or gas chamber. You ain't got no other choice. It ain't no. I'm not gonna do you like the state of Texas. Give you a date and let you sit down for about 20, 25. Down here, you ain't gonna get no more than 20 plus years. I can guarantee you that. If they put your ass on the road, they're gonna hook you over in Huntsville or Memphis. You're not gonna be over there no longer than 20 plus. Oh, you gonna get that time. Oh, you gonna get that. It's gonna be that time to go to sleep. But ain't no need allowing somebody to be around for that long that we gotta turn around and pay for the house, 3 meals a day. Gotta make sure they funky ass be able to do what they gotta go do, whether they gonna have them out in the field working or whether they got them on 23-hour lockdown. We gotta pay for that guard to sit there and watch that man for 23 hours a day. Or that guard shift, they gotta watch him, 12 on 12 or 3-8 or whatever. We gotta pay for that. So why should we support that? Why should we continue to support that? Why should any of those men why shouldn't any of those men why should they be allowed to continue to live off their pension? Be able to get up and go to be able to go downtown and work that overtime during the annual International Church of God in Christ convention. Why should they be able to get all that and go make that extra $5,000-$10,000 on just driving around in the city to make sure? Why should they be able to do all that? Why should they be able to do all that? Why should they be able to enjoy the benefits of the Memphis Grizzlies or anything coming into town for these college big bowl games or anything or any of that nature? Graceland, hell, I'll give even Elvis. Why should they be able to get to go see OL with his thinking ass? Like, really? Why should they be able to do all that? This young man can no longer ride skateboards. He can no longer take pictures and be on social media. He can no longer say, "Mama, I love you," none of that. He's done. His experience on this plane, Earth Real plane, is done. Write him in stone. So, guess what? Since he had an untimely, why should y'all not have an untimely? Y'all took his life. All of them are guilty. Every last one. It ain't just the one that actually did the most blows. No, he deserves to get the worst of the punishment. But y'all all are guilty. So guess what? Guilty. Man, they better be glad. They better be glad they ain't got Sharia law over here, bruh. But I can promise you, over in the Islamic country, they wouldn't even have no trial. They're done. They will take them out publicly and execute them fools. Literally. Take your head. Which one you want? The chop head, or you want to be hung and set on fire? Which one?
Mm-hmm.
Because other than that, you're not gonna sit around. You're not gonna do that because you are a danger to the public. Yeah, it's only it might only be a few thousand of us, but can you imagine a whole community of people targeting a police department in any given city? Memphis is a pretty nice sized city. Can you imagine the inner city neighborhoods targeting that whole police department? By the time they get National Guard help, it'll be too late. That shit would be smoldering. Them bricks would be on fire. They wouldn't be able to get across the Mississippi River at all. But yet still, they're allowed to keep continuing to be in this line of work. Whose fault is that? That's not just that. That's just not. That's just that the system is rigged like that. We're just going to play the role. We're going to follow protocol. That's how the system is. Well, if they found out guilty, then you just say, well, you just get rid of them and clean their slate and send them on over to another county or another state or city or whatever. There won't be no issue. Let it die down after about a year, couple years. They can go on back to work.
Yeah, and also just to let people know, to let people know again, the body cam footage is coming out today, so please prepare for that. They said it's gruesome. They said it's inhumane. The mother of Tyre is asking that people do not, destroy property, don't set any fires, don't do anything like that. But they're saying the footage is about 3 minutes long, which is, if you want to compare it to like the Rodney King beating, they said it's twice as long as that famous video of police beating Rodney King. And they said even in the anticipation of the footage, the reaction has been volatile. Video of the traffic stop will be released late Friday as cities across the nation brace for an angry response to the footage, and officials from President Biden on down called for peaceful protests. David Roush, the director of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, said he had watched the recordings, and in a word, it's absolutely appalling, he said. He added, this is wrong, this was criminal. The mother of Tyre, Rovon Wells, said that when the tape comes out, it is going to be horrific. Though she had not watched the footage of her son's encounter with the police herself. And as she said before, she is asking people to avoid violent demonstrations. She said, I want each and every one of you to protest in peace. So we shall see how that turns out.
Interesting.
We shall see. But yeah, I'm about to get off of here. You guys, if you want to go live again later, we can. Once the video footage comes out, I'm down. I'm game. I know we're supposed to go live tonight at 9 p.m. We can save it to then too. For our Friday Night Live. It's up to you guys what y'all want to do.
Don't even matter. Shit, I'll be off till next Wednesday, so it is what it is. I'm just, man, this. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let me go up in here and do what I need to do.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
I'm having an early day. I'm having me an early day today, and then I'm gonna figure some things out.
I'm trying to prepare myself because I know I'm going to be vocal about it after watch the video. So
I said they need to release these niggas' ass up. My bad. I'm gonna stop saying niggas because I ain't really had to say that in a while. But them some niggas. They need to release all their information. I mean, they need to be docked. They need to be hacked. I'm talking about take everything.
You heard Tyree's mom said y'all putting y'all family's lives at risk.
Basically, because guess what? It said they can't get to you because you are a big. Guess what? It's not hard, and that's sad because somebody innocent in your family really can get hurt all based off of your stupidity. And then they're gonna call for an investigation. Well, you shouldn't go and harm innocent people. You start bringing honest people. Well, he was an innocent individual. Did anybody think about that? Did anybody think about him just doing his skateboard wheeling or whatever? Or he wants to go and hang out? What, was y'all jealous or something? Or was y'all because y'all felt like he was probably a dope boy or something? Because y'all probably thought because he got them rim on his car. I mean, we so country as hell around this country, man, with that bullshit about what somebody got. He don't work. I see him catching the bus one week, and then about 2 weeks later or a month later, he got this Dodge Challenger charge on these big ass rims. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot, y'all. It's gonna be a lot. So brace yourself. Some of y'all said y'all not gonna watch it, but you know,
Fire.
as we are who we are on the hood table, reporting on all type of things from the hood to the White House, we will be watching it. So on that note, unless Cislo got something else to say,
I'm
um,
good.
Nah, I'm just waiting on.
all right.
Yeah.
Woo child, woo child, woo child. Okay. So anyway, you guys, go ahead, babe. Sorry.
I'm gonna reach out to my Memphis family to see what the temperature is down there and what the
Yeah.
vibe is like.
That's what I did while we was live. I reached out to my cousins down there, to one of my cousins, and I told them that I'm praying for them, and I told them to be safe, and I told them,
Man.
yeah.
Hey,
So
I'm gonna get back at y'all, man. Let me get off of here. Y'all already know how I do. I gotta
all
get off
right,
here.
love you, bro. We'll talk to you
Love
later.
y'all. All right.
All right. So everybody, please like and share the video. Once again, please like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table, you guys. We are getting closer to our 5,000 subscriber count. We are right now, you guys. Trying to do a little drum roll. I can't even drum. But right now we are at 4932. 4932, yeah. So we
Ain't
are
even
like,
got time yet, but I'm waiting. I don't know what y'all waiting on. Come
yeah,
on.
we are like 68 subscribers to 5,000. So yes, congratulations, hoodies. You guys did
Yeah.
that. Yes, you guys did that. So until we meet up later again to discuss the actual body cam footage, you guys, if you want to show up, be a blessing to the Hood Table, you can cash app us if you like. My cash app is on the screen, $, the Hood Table 402, and I'll put it in the chat as well. And also Sislo's is SISLO, $SISLO. If you want to cash app either one of us for the commentary this morning, please feel free. Thank you, Linda. We got a new member. We got an official hoodie. Hey, hey.
Welcome to the table. Welcome,
Yes,
welcome, welcome. Really enjoy you being here, and that is corny, but welcome.
yes, thank you, love. I appreciate you becoming a member, an official hoodie in the house. Yes, thank you to all our official hoodies, all our members. We do appreciate the love and support. And on that note, you guys, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and keep the people down there in Memphis in your prayers, especially the family of Tyre. Keep them in your prayers. We don't never know what's gonna happen when body cameras footage come out with police brutality. So stay safe, you guys. Love you guys.
Keep it hood.
Yes, always remember to keep it hood. Peace.
Hey.